What's up, guys? Midwest 2 review here, back again. Well, I'd already recorded this video, then the wife walked in, and then I had to redo it, so it's like I'm going to talk about all this again. But all right, so the topic is stubby tools, and specifically stubby sockets that I own. Just sharing some of the different things that are out there in case you don't know, and if you want to invest, then you can invest. If you don't, oh well, you know, just sharing what I've used. And so the reason why I started investing in stubby sockets was because on my Victory here motorcycle, in order to remove the main seat, you have to go through the fender, rear fender, and underneath the seat. Long story short, it's a 7mm or 8mm hex socket, and it's really narrow space. It's even worse on the opposing side. And so if you don't use the right tool, you can end up scratching the chrome or the fender, of which I learned the hard way. So I decided to make an investment, and so I bought some stubby sockets. And the first set I picked up was this set here. These are, I believe, through CTA Tool. Yeah, CTA, there's your information on there. It goes from 3 to 10. Made in Taiwan. And so I don't use these on like an impact gun or nothing like that, because the application I just described would not call for that. But they are embossed with the size, and after time it's probably going to wear off if you use it consistently. But the cool thing about that is that you can take, where's my ratchet at? I don't even know if my ratchet's in here anymore. Let's see. I thought it was in there. And no, this is not an attempt to show you all the cool ratchets that I have, but if you were wondering, I do have a lot of cool ratchets. Let me see if I can get that out. And I know I just remember something else now, thinking about this, that I want to share with you guys as well. But you can take your ratchet here. I believe it's like a 14mm hex, and you can insert it inside of here. Is it not that one? I thought it was that one. Oh, this is the one you have to use with the wrench. I'm sorry. So you can take this and insert it into your wrench if you have a ratcheting wrench, and do it that way. So that's what I ended up doing. I believe it's a 13mm or a 14mm wrench that those work best with. I can't remember which one specifically it was. Let's see, that's a 15. It's not a 15. That's a 14. Just trying to jog my memory here. And I don't pre-record and write a script. I do everything ad hoc, which you guys are like, yeah, no shit, James, we can tell. What was that, a 14? So it's probably a 13mm. Do I not have a 13? There we go. I think that's the one. Nope. It ain't. Gosh. Hacking this one up, aren't I? Hey, this is real stuff, man. Like, you know, not everything is perfect. There you go. 12mm. Put in a 12mm wrench, ratcheting wrench preferably. And now you've got a really, really low profile hex socket that you can fit into a multitude of locations. And it even has a ball detent right there, so it won't fall out. Really, really cool set of sockets. I don't know if you want to call them sockets or what. But anyway, is that where it went? I don't know. That's where it's going. And so those are from CTA Tool. With this guy here, with the ratchet, because we are now on that subject, now I got to think where the hell they're at. Ah, Lord have mercy on my soul. Let me see where it's at. I don't even know anymore. Yeah. Like I said, I do all this stuff ad hoc, and you know, it comes out the way it comes out. I don't even know. Anyway, how do I not know where those are at? Golly. I'm trying to find something for you guys. I want to. Oh God, where? Down here. Jesus Christ. These sockets, for Christ's sakes, are these little bits. They're all the half cut bits. I think Vim, it makes a set, a really, really nice complete set. But this is Snap-on's version here, and they're half cut, meaning they're half the thickness of a traditional bit. these work great with that ratchet. So if you know, there's a variety of different sizes there, and there's hex and Torx and Phillips and flatheads or flat bit tips or whatever. This is a really cool set to have, but you got to have the right ratchet in order to make it work out, and then you have to have this component here as well. I've done a video back in the day on this one here. This is a really cool tool. If you can find it used, I would recommend finding it used, because that's going to be the cheapest route to go. All right, so let's get back onto it. So then I bought this set here. It was a good deal on it. This is by Sunex. They're the half cut, or they're the stubby hex sockets here. They're not really stubby, in my opinion. This is not, I mean, they're probably smaller than the traditional hex socket. What is that? That's 3/8. So what is that? So they're like, you know, yeah. So I guess if you compare it to two, that is a substantial difference in length. So that's Sunex version of a stubby socket. So I bought that set because it's a good price, and so you know, why not? Then I went out and bought the Snap-on. The Snap-on 1/4" drive pass-through. That's not pass-through, but these are the stubby sockets here. They go with that ratchet that I just showed you. So that's a good set to have, and 1/4" drive all the way up to 13mm. Then today, or yesterday actually, I picked up this set from Power Torque, which is 1/4" drive, goes from T10 to T30, and that's really shallow. And then these are 3/8 drive, and it goes from T40 to T50. And I guess if you compare them to like the Sunex, they're even smaller than like the Sunex sockets, but these are Torque sockets, obviously, right? But that's another option. And then I have the Snap-on 3/8 drive stubby sockets, which are really, really nice to have, but they are pricey unless you buy them used. And those are all 3/8 drive, ranging from 8mm up to 18mm. And then I bought the 3/8 drives, universals or swivels, whatever you want to call them, and they're stubby as well. So I grew a fascination with the stubby sockets because I felt like they were really versatile. It's kind of like when guys discovered the mid-length sockets. When you found the mid-length Snap-on sockets, you were like, oh my God, those are like the best thing ever. Here's a set. These are 1/4" drive impact mid-length. You won't find these anymore because Snap-on for some reason stopped making them, but yeah. So I got a fascination with the stubby sockets, and I really invested. Oh, and the last set I got here was rocket sockets. So this is a USA company, made in the USA, and these literally just arrived today, and they go from 6.25 all the way up to 10, or 1/4" to 3/8, right? And it includes the hex adapter and knockout pin. So that was a nice little set. I don't think I paid very much for it, maybe $19. But I had always seen the Rocket Socket brand on Amazon. I thought, you know what, why not try them out, because they are American company, and they make an American-made socket. So I thought, yeah, why not? And they proudly display that on their packaging. So we're gonna give them a shout out and check them out. So, oh, and then I guess, yeah, I did pick up some, I think these are Taiwan or Chinesium. I can't remember what they are. I picked up, yeah, I think they're China. Is these Taiwan? Made in China, of course. Everything's made in China. These are like the stubby twist sockets or extractor sockets. So I picked these up the other day too, because I quickly learned working on my tractors, especially my international one. Most of those bolts were rusted out, and I needed extractor sockets. And luckily enough, I had somewhere down in here, I had some extractor sockets, some deep versions, and they worked out really good and allowed me to get everything broken apart. But I went out and bought those guys as well. So in terms of stubby sockets, like I said, I made a pretty good investment. I would encourage anybody to go out and look for some, pick you up some of these. A lot of these are not very pricey. I think the most expensive thing would have probably been the Snap-on stuff, but all this other off-brand stuff, not very expensive whatsoever. The Sunex, the CTA tool, the professional tools, the Power Torque, they're not expensive. So, and those tools are not going to be something that gets used all the time. They're gonna be used when needed. And so you don't need to have the highest quality in terms of materials and all that kind of stuff. You could get something that's going to come through and work when you need it to work, and then you package it away and you don't use it until you need it again. So, and if you were to break one, you don't have to worry about warranty, and then just buy another set and call it a day. Kind of like the benefit of Harbor Freight, I guess, if you will, for some people. So that's my Stubby socket collection, guys. Hope you like it. If you have any questions about part numbers or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section. And yeah, check if you got Stubby tools that maybe I don't have here, let me know what they are. Maybe I'll be interested in looking them up myself and purchasing some. So share what you guys use, share what you guys know, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.